Look at it. It looks delicious. What is happening?
What did I get? I have no idea.
We can get murdered tomorrow. Tonight, we party. Still trying to manhandle you guys. Pause. Have to open a yogurt. There we go. I don't understand. Like, how did this happen? Hello my friends, happy Saturday. Sorry there's no footage from Friday because I guess my other SD card decided to bite the dust. So I was filming things yesterday and it was working out okay, and then all of a sudden it kept telling me that my SD card was full, and there's absolutely no freaking way that my SD card was full. And so I was like, great, it's corrupted. And sure enough it was. So I had to order 2 more from Amazon and to have them same day delivered, and so I have them. Here's hoping that this doesn't happen again, because let me tell you, I'm getting pretty tired of it. Do have an update for you already. Woo! So I finished The Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab, and all I can say is, oh my god. V.E. Schwab is evil, but she's wonderful, and I love her very, very much. So this book is that 4th in the Darker Shades of Magic series. And for a while, I thought maybe you could do this one without reading Darker Shades of Magic. Can't. You need to read the first 3. And I highly recommend the first 3. It's probably one of my all-time favorite series, fantasy series, is this entire series. And this book just kicked right off. It was entertaining, it was funny, it was witty, it was action-packed. I loved every second of it, and it really left you kind of wondering what's gonna happen, because there's more books. It's another trilogy, I believe, but I have to wait a very long time before it comes out. But I did finish it. I loved it. It was 5 stars. Good God, V.E. Schwab knows what she's doing. She is one of my all-time favorite auto-buy authors. So I finished that, 5 stars. I just love this world that V.E. Schwab has created. I love the characters. I love the character dynamics. I love the relationships. It's everything. If you're a huge fantasy reader and you like fantasy, I highly, 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 highly recommend that you pick up these books. They're wonderful. I love everything about them. I really do. And you fall in love with these characters. I fell in love with these characters in a way I've never fallen in love with other characters in books. And I have lots of books that I love, but these characters they're it for me. Their relationships, they're it for me. Their dynamics, their personalities, all of it. And this left me going, oh my God, that was literally like all I could say for the longest time. And then I just felt empty. Read it and I was like, okay, this is so good. I have a feeling I don't want it to, but I'm afraid it's gonna put me in a reading slump. So I was like, okay. So I finished it and I felt empty. And I knew, I was like, I gotta pick something up quick or I'm gonna get in a reading slump. And I knew that I had to pick up something completely different. So I decided to start reading They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. So this is on my TBR. This is part of the Horror Besties bingo board, and so I am reading this, and so far it's really good. I'm not very far into it. I just started it last night, but it goes back and forth between Carly and Scarlett, and Scarlett is a professor at this university and also a serial killer, and Carly is a freshman at this university. And so you're kind of just seeing them as people, like you're getting into Scarlett's head, who is the professor, about why she's choosing to kill the people she's killing. Like, it literally starts with her killing a student. It's dark. It's gonna be really dark. It's gonna be really spooky, and I'm excited because it's very different than Fragile Threads of Power, which is what I needed. So, and it's really quick. Like, the words are not small, which is nice. And it's just, the chapters are super short, and for some reason, like whenever the chapters are really short, I just fly through books. So here's hoping. So far it's good. I like it. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, that's where I'm at. I'm still listening to Prison Healer, and that's really good so far. It's an interesting world that story is set in. So basically right now you're following a woman who is in this prison, and it's a prison for pretty bad people. Murderers and rioters, I think is what they said. And she's the healer. She's like the nurse on staff, but she's not on staff. She is also a prisoner. And you don't know why she's there. You don't know how she got there. And she has just met a guy. Names are escaping me. You'll have to forgive me. She just met a guy who is now a new prisoner, and she had to give him a tour of the prison, of the compound. We'll see how that relationship develops. But I'm not far into that one either, but it's also really good so far. So I have a fantasy going on, but then I also have a little murder happening, so I'm good with that. Today it's gonna be pretty quiet, I think. So I'm going to a funeral for a church member this morning. So that's sad, and then this afternoon, the family and I are gonna go shopping. We're gonna go grocery shopping. Charlie wants to like go to Hot Topic, I guess, and buy some stuff. He still has some money left from Christmas. So we're all gonna do like a family afternoon together. And then I told Cadence we would maybe play a board game. We'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna eat my cinnamon roll. Justin brought me a cinnamon roll from a gas station near his work. This cinnamon roll looks amazing. I'm gonna show you the cinnamon roll. Look at it. It looks delicious. I'm so excited. I should try it and see what I think. So I'm gonna eat my cinnamon roll. I'm gonna drink my Alani, my energy drink that he got me, and then I'm gonna get ready to go to this funeral, and then we'll go from there. So
I'm sad that people die.
I'm sad that people die too. So I will catch up with you guys later. Bye.
Bye, besties, BFFs.
Happy Monday. Sorry I didn't update you this weekend. It was pretty quiet. Didn't really do much, but I do have an update for you. So like I said, I had finished Fragile Threads of Power on Friday, and now I have finished They Never Learn by Lane Fargo, and I gave this book 5 stars. It is a thriller, it is a mystery, it is, I wouldn't call it a horror, but it's definitely got the thriller aspect. And the reason I gave it 5 stars is because, is the writing phenomenal? No. But the story itself is intriguing. And I'd say that because most of the time in thrillers, I can figure out the twist that's coming. She messed me up. I had no idea what the twist was or what was happening. And you have this idea in this book and your idea is wrong. I'm obviously going to try not to put spoilers or anything in here because I know that people are wanting to read it, but just know that what you think is happening is probably not what's happening. Like, let's just leave it at that. Even the whole end of the book, I was like, it just kept twisting and twisting and turning, and I was like, what is happening? So like I said, 5 stars, mostly because it was not something I saw coming. It's not a story it's not what I expected from the story. And when you can do that to me, I'm usually pretty happy. I will say the one thing that did kind of bug me, but it didn't change my rating, was the epilogue, mostly because it's kind of out there. Like, it's not something that would probably happen. Let's be honest. But it works for this story. But like I said, it was a little weird. So it was good. I read it in like 2 days, maybe 2.5 days, because Saturday night I was reading it after everybody had gone to bed. And I was like, okay, well, I've got one more, I'll read one more chapter before I go to bed. And these chapters are really short. They're only a few pages long. But of course the chapter I read was the chapter with the huge twist in it. And I'm like, okay, I gotta keep going. So I read a little longer and then I went to bed. And then I finished it yesterday because we didn't really have any plans. So I got to just sit around and read. So yeah, so this was for my horror besties bingo board. So I'm marking that off as read, done, life is good. So far February has started off really well for me. And then now I'm reading, I don't have it with me, it's out in the living room, but I am reading The City of Dreaming books. And so far it's cute. I am not very far into it. I was having trouble focusing last night because Justin and I were watching the Grammys, and I was like watching the Grammys going, wow, I'm really not hip to current music. I had no idea who half the people were. And it's like, I felt so out of place. But I was distracted by the singing and the artistry and things of that nature. What I saw was okay. You know, Go T-Swift, she won another Grammy and announced her album's coming out in April, so we have that to look forward to. Yay, Swiftie. But yeah, there's that. So I was watching the Grammys last night and I was just like, I am so not hip to current music. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea who some of these people are. Like, Olivia Rodrigo, I knew that name. Taylor Swift, I know that name. Billie Eilish, I know that name. Beyonce, Jay-Z. But it's like a lot of the other people, I was like, I don't know who you are and I've never heard this song. Not that that matters because I'm not their target I'm like not their target. Like, I listen to classic rock music or current or classic alternative rock, like old school rock music from the early 2000s. Like, I have not left my teenage era. I don't even try to get hip with the times. So I'm not their target demographic. I'm a book nerd. So I think there should be like an Oscar for books. None of this like Goodreads voting type situation, but there should be an Oscars. I will watch the Oscars. I like the Oscars, but I'm also a movie fanatic. I love movies and I love TV shows and I love books, and I love music. I just love my music. You know what I mean? Like, I love listening to what I know and what I like. And I don't like necessarily learning new things. That's just me though. So no, I did not get very far into that book. It's definitely like the way it's being written as more of like it's a journal, or your narrator is the writer of the book. Like he is saying, you know, dear reader and all this kind of stuff. So it's definitely going to be a fun little fantasy adventure novel, I think. And it's interesting that it's like talking to you as a reader. So I liked that. I enjoyed that. I'm enjoying it, I guess. So that's really the only update I have for you. I'm gonna work today from home, get some stuff done, and then I'll catch up with you later. Bye. Hi, friends. So I got my Illumicrate book box in the mail, and I figured we could unbox it together. I have absolutely no idea what it is. I am trying not to find spoilers online before I get my book. Excuse any noise you hear in the background. Cadence is watching kids YouTube. But I told her she could. Okay, that's her hand. Thank you. I told her she could keep watching it while I did this. All right, friends, here we go.
What did I get? I have no idea.
Voyage of the Damned.
Whoa.
We can get murdered tomorrow. Tonight we party. That's pretty. Look at it. I've never even heard of this.
Guys, I have 4 teeth has been lost by the Tooth Fairy.
Not the Tooth Fairy didn't steal her teeth. She just lost 4 teeth. It says, This is a big boy. 12 magical blessings, 12 days at sea, one chance to stop a killer and save the world. For 1,000 years, Concordia has maintained peace between its provinces. To mark this incredible feat, the Emperor's ships embark upon a 12-day voyage to the sacred goddess's mountain. Aboard are the heirs of the 12 provinces of Concordia, each graced with unique and secret magical ability known as a blessing. Except one. Ganymedes Pissarro, a class clown, slacker, and all-around disappointment. When a beloved heir is murdered, everyone is a suspect. Stuck at sea and surrounded by powerful people without a blessing to protect him, odds of survival are slim. But as the bodies pile higher, Ganymedes must become the hero he was not born to be. Can he unmask the killer and their blessing before the bloody crusade reaches the shores of Concordia? Ooh! Well, that's pretty. And then those are your sides. And then boom. Sorry, my battery died during all that. Okay, still trying to manhandle you guys. Anyway, so yeah, I have not heard a single thing about this book. Not a thing. And I mean, the print's pretty big. So, I mean, it looks like a big boy, but it's not really a big boy. 468 pages of this book. I don't know anything about Francis White. Well, there you go. Voyage of the Damned. So that's pretty. That is a pretty, pretty book. Nice job, Lima Crate. Now here's hoping it's actually a good book. Pause, have to open a yogurt. Is there anything else she has written that I have read? Let's go down the rabbit hole, shall we? Oh, I think she's only written this. It came out January 18th, 2024. Is this the author that had all the issues? I just want to make sure, because I knew that there was like some author drama where there was an author that was like going out of her way to like dislike, give 1-star reviews to other books that are coming out on the same day hers was. And I just wanted to make sure that wasn't her. Because if that was the case, I would be upset. But I think Illumicrate cut ties with her. So I think we're good. Yeah, this looks like it's her only book. I like a debut author. I'll have to remember that she's debut in case I pull something like that from my TBR jar at some point. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean, you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
You're making fun of me? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed. I was hoping it would be a book that I was kind of hoping that it would be a book that I actually wanted. You know what I mean? But that's okay. We'll see. I give any book a shot, and it's a fantasy, which makes me happy. I'll take it. I'll give it a try. I can't tell if like there's actually dragons in it, or if it's that's just the shape of the boat. Still pretty though. I like the color. There you go. There you have it. I don't really have any other updates for you. I am still reading The City of Dreaming books. I am now still like 22 pages in, so not far. It's interesting. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna keep going with it and see how far I get. So yeah, that's really all I got for you. Kids got home from school. We did homework. Charlie has a migraine, so he's downstairs with a headache. That's all. There's not a whole lot to update you on. I'm gonna go to the office tomorrow. I have some stuff I'm gonna print off, gonna work on my journal, that kind of thing, and we're gonna kind of go from there. So I'll check in with you guys later. Hello, my loves. How are we doing? Happy Wednesday. I love how my cup works as like a little tripod for my phone because I don't have my camera. I forgot my camera at home today on my rush to get out, and so you're on my phone. And so yeah, I have just been kind of working today. Obviously I'm in my office and not a whole lot else has gone on just because work's been a little crazy, but I did get a chance to take a break. I printed off the stuff I will need to get my journal up to where it needs to be, because the goal is to try to work on those things tonight. Also, I think I'm gonna film a January wrap up, but I'm going to borrow an idea grow on an idea from Books and Lala. I'll tag her below. She did her TBR, her January wrap up. She had her husband rank all the books she read by their cover. And so she did that, and then that's the order that she talked about the books and what she gave them, you know, star-wise and stuff. So I think I'm gonna do that. And then I think maybe next month, I'll do like Charlie have Charlie do it, and then have Cadence do it. And then I'll see like how that all works out. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if Justin will even agree to it. He doesn't like to be in my videos if he doesn't have to be. So we'll see how it goes. But that is where I'm at. That is what's going on. I am still reading the City of Dream books. I don't know if I just have not had time. I have not had the patience, but I'm gonna try to get a chunk of it read tonight for sure. It looks really, really long, and it is. It's 456 pages, so almost 500 pages. But there's lots of pictures and there's lots of space, which I think is why it is so long. So I'm gonna try. I did just get to the point where he's actually starting his journey to Bookholm. So Optimus Yarn Spinner is starting his journey to Bookholm and is going to actually start the adventure part. So I'm excited for that, to get into that. The first part was just kind of backstory, and it is really interesting in the way that it's written, because like there's this whole thing here when he's talking to his authorial godfather, because everybody has one. You actually, like, he scripts it out for you, like with little comments and what he was thinking in the between. And he really is like talking to you, you know, which is kind of nice, because it is like the very beginning, it's word of warning, which is nice. It is not a story for people with thin skins and weak nerves, whom I would advise to replace this book on the pile at once and slink off to the children's section. Shoo, be gone, you crybabies and quaffers of chamomile tea, you wimps of softies. This book tells of a place where reading is still a genuine adventure, and by adventure I mean the old-fashioned definition of the word that appears in the Zamonian dictionary, which is a daring enterprise undertaken in a spirit of curiosity or timidity, and it is potentially life-threatening, harbors unforeseeable dangers, and sometimes proves fatal. So, and then he's saying again, you know, it's going to drive people insane, should not accompany me to the next address or the next paragraph. Only those who thoroughly prepare to take such risks in order to read this book, only those willing to hazard their lives in doing so, should accompany me to the next paragraph. So, farewell, you cowards. I wish you a long and boring life, and on that note, bid you goodbye. And so, it's witty in that way so far, and I'm enjoying that aspect. It is very witty in that way. And I am hoping to do a little bit more damage to this, meaning I hope to get a little farther in tonight because I want to get it done. And I have 2 books ready for me at the library. I have Love and Other Words ready for me, and then I went ahead and I got The Return, which was the one I originally picked for like pink on the cover. I'm still gonna read that, I think, because it is short and it'll go towards the horror bingo. So those 2 books are ready for me to pick up at the library. So I'm gonna go after work and grab those from the library, and then we're gonna go from there. So hope you guys are having a good day, and I will hopefully catch up with you guys in a bit. Bye. Friends, I realized that I gave you updates on other books, but I have not given you an update on Prison Healer. I'm really actually enjoying this. It's set in a prison. You are following Kiva, who is the prison healer. She's been there for about 10 years, and it's obviously a very gruesome, brutal prison. It is housed of rapists, murderers, rebels, all of these kinds of things. She is in charge of healing all of these nasty folks. Anyway, so one day she's in the infirmary and she is doing her job, and someone is brought in, and his name is Geron, and he's attractive, but she knows not to get involved, whatever. Anyway, he keeps hanging around. He's still hanging around. But then one day she's in the infirmary and a woman is brought in unconscious, and her job is to keep her alive and to prep her for this trial by element, something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's basically 4 trials where it's air, earth, fire, water. And the only people that have magic abilities in this world are noble people, kings, queens, princes, princesses. But this woman that they brought in is the rebel leader. They believe she is the rebel queen. She is someone that is coming for the throne. I believe she has a right to the throne. And she is the rebel queen. She is the one that is leading all the rebels in rebellion against the current king and queen, which is what's causing a lot of uprising. And it's causing uprisings in the prison as well. So that's as far as I've gotten. The rebel queen has just shown up. She did show up with a letter in her hand from what Kiva believes is her parents that says, "Keep her alive. We will be there soon." And we don't know why Kiva is separated from her parents. We don't know why Kiva is in this jail, or in this prison, but her parents aren't. We don't know any of that yet. We don't know what happened to get her there. I don't know anything about that yet. But I think that's part of the reason I'm liking it, is because there is this intrigue involved where you don't really know what's going on. And it's just this constant thing, you know? And Kiva has a relationship with the warden, not like a physical, romantic or anything type relationship, but she's kind of his informant. And so that's interesting. I'll be curious to see how that goes. But so far, she's really struggling to keep this rebel queen alive. She can't get the fever to break. She's not doing well. People don't understand why she's trying to keep this person alive. Anyway, so it is really intriguing. I'm 3 hours in. I've got 11 hours to go. But like I said, it's good. I'm enjoying it. It is a very nice fantasy. And it seems it seems high stakes, which I like. And I love the idea of like trials, because that's one of the reasons like I loved the Hunger Games series. That's why I liked Nevermore. Like, I like the idea of being able to fight for your rights. And so there you have it. That's where I'm at. I'm really enjoying it. It's by Lynette Noni. There are 3 books in the series, so more than likely I will also read the next one. But yeah, there you have it. There you go. So yeah, the rest of my workday, I had a meeting with my boss, and things are okay, but things are stressful too. It's just hard, right now. Things are just kind of hard in what I do for a living in my industry. So it's just always interesting to me. So we had a nice little chat about some things that were going on. And other than that, not a whole lot has been happening. I'm feeling a little icky. Like I think I mentioned earlier, I'm having some sinus pressure-y kind of stuff, so I'm gonna go home and take it easy. I told Cadence we would do a page of her homework and then play Clue Junior, so I guess I'll be doing that. And then, yeah, I'm gonna at some point take a sinus pressure and pain med. Hopefully that will also help the pain in my ears. It's been one of those things. It's been one of those days. It's been a week now, actually, but whatever. Maybe I'll try to go to bed early tonight. We'll see. All right, well, I will check in with you guys in a bit. Bye. Happy Wednesday. So just wanted to chat with you about a couple of things. I think I will finish it this month, but I think I'm gonna put this down for now. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. I like the wit, I like the fun, I like the story. It's a lot, and it's a lot of, I don't know, it just It's hard to explain. I'm not saying I won't like finish it this month, but I am likely gonna put it down because I'm just feeling like I want to read like a horror or a thriller or something like that. I feel like I am in my thriller horror era, and so I feel like I need to do that. And so I will probably still try to finish it this month, but I am going to put it down for now. So again, soft DNF, not a hard DNF, but a soft one. Or maybe I'll just do what I did with like Jane Eyre and I'll read a chunk of it at a time. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. It is good. It is written really well. He's a great author. He's very funny. He's very witty. And I like where the story is going, but it's just a lot. I don't really know how to explain it other than that. Like, you have to, like, you're in this whole new world. There's all these words that don't make any sense to us because they're not our words, they're their words, and it's just, you really gotta, like, envelop yourself in the story. So, there's that for you. I am probably still going to finish it. I can't decide if I'm going to soft DNF it or if I'll read a little and go hand in hand with something else I might read. So when I get home, I will probably pick up Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, because that's a thriller, a haunted house kind of thriller. So, and then I also just kind of wanted to chat because I know that last night I posted some stuff of like Cadence and I coloring and all that kind of stuff. As a mom of kids who are obsessed with TV screens, I think it's really important to have a lot of downtime where there is no screens, there's no, can't be on your phone, can't watch TV, can't play on the tablet, can't do this, can't do that. And some nights when I don't feel well or other things are going on, I might kind of fall lax on that. Charlie and Cadence both need some kind of routine. Both of them have this, you know, Cadence is really overly sensitive, struggles with transitions. Charlie has ADD and anxiety, so he also struggles with transitions. And so I think it's just really important to make sure that I'm putting in a good, like, routine in the house. And so when they get home from school, it's sit down at the table, do your homework. If you say you don't have homework, prove to me you don't have homework. And then after that, you can have screens until about 7 o'clock or until dinner time, because sometimes dinner is late. And so by the time we're done with dinner, screen times are over. And then it's generally bath time, shower time, color time, relax time, read time, things of that nature. Because Cadence, I try to start the bedtime routine with Cadence at about 7:45 so that she is in her room in the dark, falling asleep at 8. And then Charlie, between 8 and 9, generally is drawing, taking a shower, things of that nature, and then he is usually in bed by 9. But I know that with my own issues of sleep, that it's important to get rid of the screens before bed. So last night, Cadence was in the bathtub and she was like, "Mommy, will you color with me?" I can't remember the last time she asked me to color with her. She has never been a coloring kid. Like, it's just not something she's been into. And I said, yes, of course, absolutely. And I was sitting there and I was coloring with my kid, and I'm just like, you know, this is really nice. This is a nice stress-free situation. I'm digging it. Like, we just listened to music and we colored, and we talked about staying in the lines. And, you know, when she told me that my coloring was better than hers, I said, well, yours is really good for a 6-year-old. It's a way for me to like lift her up. It's a way for me to spend time with her. And it was just very nice because I am an overstimulated mom. I am a mom that I can't do mommy, 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 mommy. I get touched out. Like, when they're all over me, when they're touching me, it's just like I need space. Like, I need some space. I can't do a lot of noises, so it's not like, so I can't listen to my own music, listen to Charlie's music, and listen to the TV on, or I will lose my mind. And when I get like that, I tend to get very anxious. I've been working on that. Deep breathing techniques, trying to just say, hey, mommy needs like 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes, you know, that kind of thing. Because Cadence is very mommy centric. She wants to be around mommy. She wants to hang on mommy. She wants to read with mommy. She wants to do all these things with mommy. When Charlie was younger, Charlie was always very attached to their dad. And Now, as he's gotten older, obviously he's a teenager and he's very attached to his room. Like, if you have a teenager, you understand that. But he is also very high needs in regard to his anxiety, his depression, his ADHD, his sensory stuff. And so I have two very high needs kids, one because of age and one because of mental health. And sometimes that can just get very overwhelming. And so I have been trying to work on my breathing. I have been trying to work on staying calm. I've worked on trying to be present, but I've also worked with them and I said, when mom says she needs 5 minutes, mom needs 5 minutes. And I will go to my room and I will shut the door and I will just lay there for a little bit and I will breathe and I will do the best I can. Last night, I took the opportunity to just color with Cadence, and it was quiet. It was nice. We listened to music. She did her thing. I did my thing. And it was nice. And I'm like, this is something I can probably get used to, is just laying on the floor and coloring with my kid. And then I don't feel overwhelmed by everything else going on. And if I can have dinner done early enough, we can do that kind of stuff. And so it was just very nice. I will just say that. And it's okay if you're an overstimulated parent. It's okay. It's normal. It's normal to say, hey, I need 5 minutes. It's normal to look at your partner and say, I need 20 minutes, or I'm touched out. Can you take care of this? For a while, Justin didn't really understand that, but I think as he's witnessing some of the biggest things, he's learning more about it. Like, he's seeing it happening. And so that's also really nice to be able to look at him and say, hey, I'm touched out. Can you please go do whatever Cadence needs right now? And he will go do it. Or I will say, I need 5 minutes. I need 10 minutes. Can I just, and he'll say, go. Or if I'm overly tired, he'll say, go take a nap. I got this. So it's really important to have, if you have a partner, to have a partner that has that ability, especially if you're an overstimulated mom. It's not fake. It's not, you're not crazy. You're not insane. Like, you are overstimulated. And sometimes you just need a break. And no one should fault you for that. No one should fault you for that. And I understand mom guilt. I feel it every day when I'm sitting at the office, or when I'm working when they're home, or when I want to read and they want to play. I feel it. So I get it. And I get the mom guilt, and I get feeling like they love me. This should be fine. I should love this. And I'm not saying I don't love my kids. Let's say that. I adore my kids. I adore everything about my kids. But it's okay to say I'm tired. It's okay to say I need a break. And don't listen to society when they tell you, hey, you know, you're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back. Okay, yeah, I might miss it. I might want it back, but right now it's a lot, you know? And that doesn't mean I'm not there for my kids any less. It doesn't mean that I don't love them any less. It really just means, like, can we just have a quiet time to chat? Can we just have a quiet time together? Like, does it have to constantly be movement? Or does it have to constantly be mama, 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 mama? And so that was just one of my many thoughts last night when I was sitting there reading after Cadence had gone to bed and after we had been coloring, and I just was like, being a mom is hard enough. I don't need to add the guilt of also being an overstimulated parent. That's my little cup of tea for the day. So I am going to get back to work. I have a meeting in about 30 minutes, and so I'll be doing that. And then, yeah, Cadence has an early release day, so I'll get her at 1:50, head home. She has a Girl Scout meeting tonight, so that'll be fun. But yeah, other than that, it's okay. We're okay. The trash can might be on fire, but, you know, we're okay. We got this. Hello, my besties. How are we today? It is Thursday, so happy Thursday to you. I'm working from home. I have some things I am taking care of, But while I'm working, I am listening to The Prison Healer, and I am now almost 60% through the book. And it's really, really good. I think the thing I like about this is it's fantasy, it's set in a prison, and you're seeing so many different characters and how being in the prison is affecting them. You're seeing it. Let me see if I can get there we go. There we go. Gates to heaven behind me. You're seeing different characters. You're seeing how they react to being in prison. You're seeing different guards. And of course the guards are like total a-holes, right? Like they are. I mean, to the point where they're like, it's bad. There's like sexual assault. There's sexual assault, but it's not blatant, because I do believe this is a YA book. So it's obviously not detailed. It's obviously not anything like that. There's drugs. There's talk about use of drugs, and there's a lot of death. But the prison guards, some of them are quite mean. But the one that has been basically assigned to Kiva is very nice. And Kiva is really struggling, in the beginning, now that we're a little over halfway through, it's less of a struggle, but Kiva is really struggling to trust or like this guard. There's definitely like a support system there with her, and it's been interesting. And so the trial by ordeals are earth, air, fire, water, and they're waiting for the rebels to come and save not only Kiva, but also Tilda, the rebel queen. But that has not happened yet. It's very good. The romance in here is very much like back burner. It's very slow build up. Kiva doesn't trust anybody. Kiva knows better than to make friends with people in the prison, because 9 times out of 10 they don't survive. She knows not to build relationships with people in the prison because they die, especially people like Jaren who work in the tunnels and do all the heavy lifting, and those people very rarely survive. And so they are friends right now. There's obviously some chemistry, there's something building, but it's not like in your face, and it's not the forefront of the story. The forefront of the story is survival, and how that looks to different people and what people will do in order to survive. And so I'm really enjoying this. I'm having a great time with it. I will likely continue on with the series. Hopefully it's complete. I know there's 3 books out there, so I'm really hoping that it's complete. So then I did start Home Before Dark last night, and I'm really enjoying this already too, and I'm not far in at all. It's being written very interestingly, I guess. So one chapter is from a book called The House of Horrors, which is a book that your protagonist's dad read. So Maggie's dad wrote a book called House of Horrors, and it's based off this house that they lived in for 20-something days. They didn't stay. And so one perspective is you're reading House of Horrors and you're looking back at this time when Maggie was like 5 and living in this haunted house. And then the other chapters are Maggie's perspective, and Maggie's father has just died and has left everything to her. Mom and dad got divorced, and so she didn't want any part of it. She didn't want any partake from the book. She didn't want any of it. And so you're following Maggie, and Maggie has just met, I'm not far in, but Maggie has just met with his lawyer, her dad's lawyer, to figure out his estate and what all goes to her, and she finds out that he didn't actually sell the house. So the house is still in his name, he still has the house. So you're getting the perspective, it's like a flashback. So House of Horrors is your flashback, where you're seeing what's going on in the house from the time they bought it on. And then you have every other chapter is Maggie. And I have a feeling Maggie's gonna have to go back to the house. Clearly I'm not there yet. That's just an assumption I am making. But yeah, so that's where we are. Some creepy things have happened. Very little minor creepy things, but I have a feeling it's going to get very, very intense. So I also did go ahead and download the audio of this as well so that I can do both, because I really do enjoy reading and listening to the book that I am reading, because I feel like it is a full body experience. Like there's no way to really get distracted by the world around you if you have both going on. I did download the audio. I will probably do both. We'll see how it goes. Tonight we are taking Charlie up to their school, and we're going to sign them up for classes for next year. Kid's gonna be a freshman. I don't know how that happened. Like, do you ever look at your kids and go, when did you get so old? I do that more often than I care to admit. Like, I do. I just do. So we have that going on for us tonight. And then I think maybe later I'm going to try to relax with listening to a book and maybe doing some diamond painting, things like that, you know, because it is almost Friday. Tomorrow I'm going on a field trip with Cadence. We're going to go see the tortoise and the hare. So that'll be fun. And we'll just kind of go from there. You know what I mean? That's pretty much everything that's going on right now. I did print off. So I talked to Justin and he agreed to do the ranking my books based on their cover for January. So I'm excited to film that, and it'll probably just be like a little bonus video. I'm gonna try and go as far as I can into today in regards to filming, and then editing tonight, maybe more tomorrow. This video might go out a little later than normal tomorrow, but I'm really hoping it'll still go out tomorrow. But I wanted to give you a little more since I didn't give you Friday because I had to wait for my SD cards. So, but I ended up, there's books that clearly I listened to or I read on my Kindle that I don't own. And so I printed off the covers for those. So like Fahrenheit 451, Song of Achilles, Nevermore, Once There Were Wolves, and then Broomsticks and Board Games. So I'm looking forward to filming that. That will probably be Saturday, I guess, because he'll come home and take a nap, and then maybe Saturday I'll film his ranking. I don't know. But then the rest of the books I read in January I actually have the physical copies of, so it works out that way. So yeah, there you have it. There you go. That's gonna be fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to maybe continuing with this trend and doing like having Charlie rank my February books and having Cadence rank my March books, you know what I mean? So we'll see. But then everything I worked so hard to print out, right, for my journal, it's all too big. So I have to try again. I knew it. I was like, this is too big. These aren't gonna fit in my journal. It's not gonna fit in the designated spot. But, oh well. That's what happens sometimes, you know? It is a really nice day. It's extremely windy, but it's like in the 70s. I'm like, okay. So I like laid out on my hammock for a little bit today while the dogs got let out. I'm like, that's fun. There you have it. I think I'm making something very, very simple for dinner. I think I'm just gonna make spaghetti because, like I said, we do have to be at the school at 7 o'clock tonight, so it's gonna be a quick dinner. And then we're gonna kind of go from there. And I'm looking down at my dogs right now because normally Keith is in my chair and Reese's is on her bed. But because Reese's is aging and having trouble going up and down the stairs, we brought her crate up here because both of them were in the basement because I really had no other space for these crates. And so both of them were in the basement. And with her getting older and having a harder time going up and down the stairs, we decided to bring her crate up here, and now her crate is in my office. And she normally hates her crate, but right now she's actually laying in her crate. So, and he's laying on the bed, so no one's in my reading chair, which is weird. Maybe I'll go get some B-roll of them sleeping. They're so cute and they're so quiet. I'll take it. I love both my dogs. Like I said, Reese's is getting old and Heath has really, really terrible separation anxiety. And when I say that, I don't mean like he whines when we leave. I mean, he barks, he loses his mind. It's never good. We went through 2 plastic crates with him. We went through 1 plastic crate and 1 wire crate with him, and he destroyed both of them to the point where we had to find somebody after talking to some people that made bear crates. Like crates that are designed to hold bears. And so he now has that crate and he can't do anything about it. I mean, everything is soldered. Everything is like, it's iron. Like there's no moving. Like there's no chewing it up. There's none of that. So we call him our psycho dog. We love him and we mean it in the best way possible, but he really is our psycho dog. Like I can't get out the front door without him losing his mind. When I take the kids to school and we're not gone that long, I don't crate them. Like I don't put them in their pens. But if we're gonna be gone for several hours, we will. But if I'm only gone for 20 minutes, like I'm not gonna crate him. But he will get up on the couch and bark out the window before I'm even out the front door with the kids. So that's just how anxious this dog is and how badly he thinks you're not gonna come home. And then when you come home 2 minutes later, it's like you were gone for 5 1,000 years, you know? But I think that's one of the best things about dogs. At least they're always happy to see you. That's where I'm at. So I'm gonna get ready to go get Cadence from school. Charlie was getting picked up by a family friend, and yeah, so there you have it. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do, and then we're gonna go from there, I guess. So I'll catch up with you later. Bye.
See, look at how cute he is. He's just a sweetie, a psycho sweetie, but a sweetie, yeah. Oh, and then there's Reese's. Say hi. Say hi. Why are you in your crate? You don't need to be in your crate. Yeah. This is the queen of the world, my friends. Bow. Kneel. Curtsy before her. And this is a very large basket of books that I will be unhauling at some point. So, sneak peek. Right? What? What's with the ears? Is Timmy in the well? Is Timmy in the well? No?
Hello my friends, happy Friday morning. So I am here to say bye-bye. This is where the vlog will end, but I also came to give you an update because I finished The Prison Healer last night. And I really wish I would have filmed like the last 5 minutes of that book because I literally was like the whole time. Like, I mean, it's fantastic. It is really well written. The banter is very funny. The friendships, the found family, all of it is very, very good. And the ending has a twist that I honestly, this is the second book now I've read that's like the twist I didn't see coming, and this was 100% a twist I did not see coming. I don't know how I didn't see it coming. There were no flags. There were no like red flags. There were no green flags. There were nothing. And so I was like, I don't understand. Like, how did this happen? And it was just so good. And I already went in and downloaded book number 2 because I'm insane, I'm crazy, and I'm so looking forward to reading book 2. It's so good. I highly, highly recommend the first book. I can't wait to read the second book or the third book. I need to know where this story is going. I highly recommend The Prison Healer. It's probably one I so regret not reading sooner. So good. So that is all I have for you today. I'm gonna pop off and edit this as best I can, and then hopefully get it up either tonight or tomorrow morning. Today is the field trip with Cadence, so I will be taking care of that as well. So like I said, if it doesn't get up today, I'm sorry. But otherwise, I'm doing the best I can. It is starting to feel like springtime, so go ahead and like put a flower emoji down in the comments for me. Like, subscribe, do your thing. Until I see you again, guys, I hope you are living your absolute best life, loving yourself unconditionally, and I really hope you are reading some really, really great books like I am, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!